Hi, it is KB here with the Color Grade Podcast. I am loving this show. So my question is for Uzo. Can you talk a little bit about, this role and Brooke's journey this season, and not only how she advocates for the protection of Black women and girls as a therapist, but also in turn applying that to her own life?
Um, yeah, I think we are meeting Brooke through the brilliance of her creation by Mr. Joshua Allen in a space of intersection as far as her past and present life. She's a reflection of what it is, I think, oftentimes to be a Black woman, a woman of color in this life, often carrying both her strength, but rarely being able or having the space to show her vulnerabilities as well. And I think she grew up in a community, a family where architecture was a huge piece of that household, everything being perfectly or wanting a family that wanted things perfectly designed, um, and having that thrust onto her child's shoulders. I think when we get to see her in session with patients like Layla, the brilliant Q Quintessa, who plays her so fearlessly and beautifully. Um, it's a little bit for her of a second chance around, second time around,
Mhm.
um, trying to find a way into preventing some of the hardships and traumas and pain that she has experienced in her own life, trying to keep safeguard Layla from some of those things as best she can, to free up Layla into living her fullest, truest self, even though she knows she herself is somewhat blockaded at the moment from taking in and owning her own traumas and pain. I think she takes that responsibility and that job very seriously. I think she takes her job very seriously, but I think in Alayla she sees a lot of herself in her, and hoping to, I don't know, pave the way a little bit, make the way a little bit less stony for her. And then I think on the other side, when you're watching um, the Brooke episodes, you see her being, you see her resistant, more resistant to being cared for um, by Lysa in the ways
Mhm.
that she's so ready to care for others. Um, and that dynamic is one I can understand, is one I think was exceptional in exploring um, in the show.
Well, thank you so much. I'm loving everyone's characters, especially, Dr. Brooke Taylor's different layers. And also, shout out to the design and the wardrobe because I
Okay.
was living for it. Living.
Yes, that design team was phenomenal. From the house was just so. I mean, before we even got to set, seeing a lot of people be like, it was like Jaws or something. People would be like, not getting to see the shark. People would be like, "Have you seen your house? It's amazing." And I'd be like, "I haven't seen it." Like I was like, heard it enough times, and then I was like, "I hope I like this house," because everybody said it enough times to me that I saw it. I was like, "Have you seen my house? It's amazing," kind of a thing. They did an amazing job with that production design. And then, Tiffany Hasborn, who is phenomenal as a costume designer, had a really beautiful array of work, not just, I think, with Brooke, but all of the characters, and everybody can speak to their own experience with that. Um, but I thought she had a real mastery of form. I thought from mature to young, youthful to all body shapes, male, female. She really understood the human form and made it a priority to dress every form impeccably. And that was, I think, really where you get to see her talent and craftsmanship.
Thank you. Thank you so much.